Happy New Year, Drew.
It's almost that time.
Getting there.
It is. We are recording this on New Year's Eve because I
hmm
was unable to record on our normal Thursday.
Feeling better?
Yeah, yeah. That was such a weird day,
Good.
but everything's good now. I ended
Good.
up yeah. I mean, I couldn't record that day because of reasons, and then I went back to visit my mom. Yes, yeah, that was yesterday. Dude, I have lost track of all time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had 2 consecutive weeks off of work.
Mm.
I go back on Tuesday. I'm not super juiced about that,
Yeah, I feel you. Yep.
but it's been some good time off. I've managed to get a lot of things done that I wanna get done, and I have a lot more that I still need to get done, like, case in point, AT&T never sent me the return materials for my phone, and every
Oh,
time I call them, they're
neat.
like, "Just keep waiting," but then they keep sending me emails like, "Hey, don't forget to send your phone back."
Yeah.
God,
Neat.
they're the worst.
Oh,
So what are you and the fam doing tonight? Does everybody stay up and do anything for New Year's? You guys watching the football game? Like, what's going
we
on?
have the football game on, but I mean, I'm really it's just kind of on in the background. The daughter was at like a sleepover last night, so she's extremely tired. So I don't know if she'll make it, but I mean,
A pre-New Year's sleepover.
yeah, it was a birthday party thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
another unfortunate
Yeah.
Christmas baby like myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, I mean we're just kind of chilling. How about you?
Yeah, same. I mean, Mandy's upstairs watching the football game, and when we're done here, I'll probably go up and watch the second half of it if it's close.
Yeah.
I haven't even checked. I finished watching the Michigan game, which was, woof, that was hard to watch. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't really do much. I mean, we went
Mm-mm.
out to dinner tonight because I mean, we always go out to dinner on Saturdays, but we went out tonight, which was pretty cool. We haven't gone out to dinner on a New Year's before. Now, granted, we're like old people and we go to dinner like at 5:30. So
Okay.
all the young, hip, fabulous people will be going to dinner like now and probably bringing in the new year at the restaurant. But
Yeah.
we went out to dinner and came home and got our comfies on, and you know that's about it. We won't do much else. Mandy will probably go to bed before midnight. And Rocky's already asleep. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right. So we talked a little bit about Christmas
Mhm.
last time. Just
Mhm.
quick checking in because, and then we can put this topic to bed. How did everything go? Did everybody like their presents? I mean,
Yeah, they did. It was everyone enjoyed everything. The kids, you know, the kids enjoyed Christmas. It was
mhm.
good. Yeah, yeah. How about you? Good? Good?
Yeah, it was. I
Good?
mean, it was good. Everything that I sort of just told people to get me, I got. And it wasn't like Mandy bought me. I wanted a weight vest to work out in, um, which this is a bit of a long story. So the gym I go to,
Mhm.
there's a tradition that if you work out on your birthday, you have to. Well, you don't have to, but it's tradition that you wear a weight vest.
Okay.
So what it is they make different ones, but I just put a link in the show notes to the one that she got me, and it's called a plate carrier. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's like a vest that you wear, and then you can put different weights of plates in it, and then you work out in it. I've done a weight vest workout on my birthday just about every year that I've been going to this gym, which is about 9 years now. And I will wear a sympathy vest when it's like people I work out with's birthday too.
Okay.
So the problem is, and I don't know if you've ever worked out in a weight vest like this, is
I have not. No.
you really need it to be your size. Because the problem is, if you have one that is too big, it really, first of all, having an additional 5 pounds strapped to your front or the back of you really throws off your center of gravity. Like it's a very weird sensation. But if the plate vest is not tight and you're moving around, you're basically working out in 4 dimensions at that point. Like it's just it's just very difficult. But, I went online and I figured out what size I needed, and I had asked Mandy to buy me one of these, and I wore it on my birthday for the workout, and it was hard,
Yeah.
but the vest didn't get in the way this time, which was nice.
That's good. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And I got a new pair of shoes and a new jump rope. And that was pretty much it. Like, those were the only things I really needed. Like, those were things that I was probably going to buy anyway. And having this weight vest is going to open up other opportunities for me to wear it, like over the summer or in the spring when it gets a little bit warmer, because I'm not sure if you're familiar with the concept of rucking.
No.
Rucking.
No. It sounds dirty.
Well, it's not rutting. So rucking is basically taking a walk.
Okay. Okay.
But it's taking a walk with some sort of weighted thing.
Okay.
So a lot of people will ruck with a weighted backpack, but you can also ruck with a weight vest.
Okay.
So, you can, like, if you go to that website, goruck.com, and they sell stuff, right? But they sell backpacks and weight vests and things. And the idea is you sort of go for a walk with a little extra weight on you, and it's supposed to be good for you. So I will probably give that a shot this summer. I will put on something heavy and go outside and just walk around and look like a weirdo. Except this looks like I'm wearing a bulletproof vest, but
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. And of course, right, just like your battle jacket, there's a whole subculture of, what patches do you put on this thing? Because
yeah, I can see
because
that,
it has like fuzzy, Velcro accepting material on it. So I have two patches right now. I have a patch that came with it that just says the brand Rogue. And then my sweet dear mama made me one that says my last name, and I put that on the back. Yeah, because my parents are both extremely crafty. I mean, you have seen the labor of my dad's work firsthand.
Yeah, it's on my wall.
My mom, as even when I was little, my mom was a quilter, a sewer, needlepoint. Now and then she was in the knitting for a while, and she still does all of that stuff. But the big thing she's into now is weaving. And I went home to visit her yesterday, and she has like 6 weaving looms in the house.
Oh, wow.
And she doesn't have a very big house. And
so it's mostly
it's like looms all the way down.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then she has like some really cool, and I'm not a seamstress, right? I don't know any better, but just like 3D printers and CNC machines, I guess sewing machines are also a thing now that, you basically upload a pattern and it's like, here, let me sew that for you.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's one thing for me to have a 3D printer because I'm not going to go melt some plastic and pour something into a mold. But I thought the idea of having a sewing machine was like, you sew it yourself.
You get those high-end embroidery machines, man. They can do a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And she has a couple of those too. I mean, it's what she's into, who am I to fault her? Because I spend money on shit, but.
Oh yeah. Yep. Me too.
Yeah, but she made me a cool patch with my last name on it. So that was pretty cool. And I'll have to figure out what other patches to get. So if you have, maybe I'll make this my battle vest. That doesn't sound right. I get a behemoth.
I mean, you can if you want. I mean, I think you need to wear patches that speak to you, Drew.
That's true. It's not my music. Maybe I get like a Sub 41 patch. All right. What did the kids get you anything? Did Jennifer get you anything secretly?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope. I mean, there was some candy that was but no. Like, this was
what kind of candy?
I got some Twizzlers. I got some dots. I got some
dots. Yep.
I don't remember. No. I mean, this is actually the first year where, like I said, don't get me anything, and people didn't get me anything. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah.
I mean, I was very finicky too, right? Like, I really didn't ask for much, so I got a lot of Micro Center gift cards.
Okay.
My mom, because Micro Center's weird about they won't let you buy gift cards online, so she just got me like a Visa gift card and put it in the mail.
Okay.
Ended up using that to buy some things on Steam. Do you want to guess what I bought?
What did you buy? Steam Deck?
No.
Oh, okay. What'd you buy?
No. I mean, the answer that I think you probably want to say is games.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
not. Okay. Well, that's not technically what I bought.
Did you buy like Call of Duty Fun Bucks or something?
No, you're
I'm
close.
close.
You're getting warmer.
Okay.
You're getting warmer.
I don't know what else you play these days. I mean, I don't like stuff. I don't know. What did you get? Tell me.
All right. I got I bought a couple airplanes for my airplane game.
Okay.
And like those
okay,
things are like on
okay.
sale, like $60 each.
Oof.
Yeah, so
Ouch.
I bought the F-16 module and I bought a campaign module that comes with a few aircraft.
Hmm.
So now in my in my ultra nerdy, like really I got to be 100% honest with you. The
Mhm.
main reason I play these games is like I like to sit in VR in the cockpit and just turn the plane on and off again. I like to go through all the startup procedures and then shut it down. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird.
That's weird, Drew. That's weird.
Okay.
It's weird. It's very, very weird.
Yeah. So now I have the F-16, I have the F-14, I have the A-10C, A-10C2. I have a couple maps. I have a P-51 Mustang. I have the carrier thing, and then the Su-33. So I have I got some planes to play around with, and it's like a super technical simulation. So like you sort of have to like read manuals. And then you spend like 30 minutes starting your plane up, and then you make a mistake in flight and you crash, and you got to do it all over again. So I don't know. Is that weird? It's not weird.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
We're gonna talk about your thing here in a minute too, because this is a nice segue into that. I also bought Elden Ring.
Oh, okay. You hate yourself. Got it. Yep.
I tried it today, buddy. I played about 30 minutes of it, and I'm like, I don't know about this. It's on sale, and it's like winning every game of the year imaginable.
I know. Like, I've watched my son play it, and it's like, it's not for me. It's not for me.
I'm not sure it's for me either.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. I played around in the character creator for longer than I probably should have, and then I fired it up and I ran around. And it does that thing where it's like, oh yeah, here's a boss, and we haven't told you all the control shit. Good luck.
Oh, by the way, the tutorial is totally missable. Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You gotta like fall down a hole.
Yeah.
Which if that game has taught me anything, it's you just never fall anywhere.
Yeah.
But in order to do the tutorial, you have to fall down a hole, which that makes perfect sense
Mm-hmm.
to whatever kind of weird sadomasochist video game this is. I don't know. I'm gonna give it. You can play something for up to 2 hours before you can't get a refund on Steam.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play it a little bit more and try to figure out if I know what I'm doing before I get a refund. I'm really leaning towards a refund. I really want to like it. I mean, people love it, but
yeah. It's not every game has to be for everybody.
That's true.
But yeah,
that's true.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
Yep. So you got the daughter, the Switch, and she's probably thrilled about that. Zach liked the chair, I take it.
Yeah, chair. He got AirPods. Both of them got stuff for their room. They're picking out paint stuff, so we're gonna get that going. And yeah. Arabelle's bought paint. Zachary has some swatches he's going through. Yeah.
Okay, so what color are they going to paint their rooms?
Arabelle's is kind of like, I want to call it like a light peach, but she doesn't think it's peach. It's it's just kind of like a yellowy white
orange
color. No, it's way lighter than that. Way lighter than that.
Okay.
It's like super light. And Zachary's looking for like a blue color of some sort.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Let's dive into some topics here. So you have a retraction, is that?
I have a retraction.
Okay.
So I've heard. I think you've talked about the game. I'm wrong about a video game, Vampire Survivors.
Yep.
I've heard you talk about this game. I've heard people on podcasts talk about this game. I kind of just ignored it because it looks awful. It looks awful.
Yep.
It's absolutely.
It looks real bad.
It looks real bad. It came out on iOS recently. And by the way, like if you're looking for a game to play on your iPhone, like Vampire Survivors is there. It's completely free. It basically only asks you to like watch ads if you want like a free revive. So like you don't have to ever watch an ad or give them a dime. I don't know. I don't know how they're making money off of it.
Yeah,
I'm
somehow they're
but
making money.
I'm sure they are. So I started playing it on iOS. It's an amazing game, and I was wrong. I absolutely love it. In fact, I love it so much I actually plugged my Xbox back in so I could play on my Xbox.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think that isn't there a version for Mac?
There is, but I'm not dealing with that. Yeah, I'd have to like
Interesting.
pair a controller and when I want to play a game, I want to sit on my couch and be comfortable. And
When I
so
play it on my computer, I just use the keyboard and mouse.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's
good.
it's an intriguing little time waster, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. It's absolutely amazing. And like it's time box, so like it's not going to be any longer than 30 minutes.
Yep.
Or roughly, because like you pauses and stuff. But yeah, it's good. It's really good. So if you're looking for a game, check out Vampire Survivors. I mean, I guess to describe it, it's like what would you call like a one stick shooter? Like
Yeah, it is like a one stick,
yeah,
basically survivor game. It's like an auto battler almost, but
kind of like a
still have
bullet
to
hell
move
game.
around.
Yeah. Your character automatically attacks. You pick up different weapons and power ups, and you try to survive for 30 minutes. And there's a whole bunch of unlocks and stuff you're trying to do. And yeah.
And a ton of different weapons, ton of different power ups. How many characters have you unlocked?
Like 12. Maybe a little bit more than that.
Wow. I don't think I've unlocked that many.
Yeah, and
I haven't touched it.
There's DLC out. There's like a $3 DLC for it out now that adds like 12 weapons and 8 characters or something. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got into that. So you obviously have been playing that. Are you playing anything else over break?
Not really. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's get this next topic out of the way.
I'm very excited for this, Drew. Very excited.
Last episode, we started to dunk on a toaster. And unfortunately, halfway through the dunking, I realized that this might actually be a good toaster.
Okay.
So I quote unquote got Mandy for Christmas this new toaster.
Did you get a Revolution?
I did.
Instaglow.
Yep.
Okay.
I went out Christmas Eve day.
Okay.
When the roads were god awful.
That's brave. Yeah.
I drove all the way over to Easton because they had some in stock over there.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I picked one up at Best Buy. So I have the R180.
Okay. The one that only
Revolution.
knows about 8 types of bread.
Yeah, it doesn't know about all the different types of bread. Listen, there's just really no other way to say this. And since we're being vulnerable and we're sharing things we might have been wrong about on this podcast today, this is a really good toaster.
Is it?
It's a very, very good toaster. So there's basically 3 things about it that have already made me think that, yes, this was definitely a good purchase. I'm glad that I didn't pay full price because I don't think it's worth, $399. I paid like $299 for a goddamn toaster, mind you.
Right. Yeah. Did you get the panini?
No.
Okay. Right.
I'm going to be ordering that on Amazon.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure if I was going to be keeping this toaster, but after using it twice, we're absolutely keeping this toaster.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? You can go back and listen to last episode, and you can find the link to this toaster in the show notes from episode 177.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a couple things about this. Number one, most toasters are mechanical, right? You put the bread in the top, you push down on the little thing in the front. And it's a mechanical thing where when you push that thing down, it is putting tension on either a coil or a spring or something. And as the tension and it's not like a solid state thing where you push that down and you compress a spring or a coil and then it starts to sort of unwind slowly. And then it gets to that inflection point and it trips. And then the toast or, whatever is supposed to be toast pops back out of the top after being in the toasting chamber where the heating elements or filaments are that basically make it toasting. The first thing you sort of have to realize about this toaster is there's nothing mechanical about this toaster at all. There's no handle.
Okay.
So whenever you want to make your toast, you put the toast in the slots and you touch the screen and you basically say, what are we toasting today, friend? And, for me, it's an English muffin. Mandy does waffles, or whatever. And you put it in the top, you pick the bread, you pick how dark you want it to be, and you pick, if the thing you're toasting is fresh or frozen or reheat, which that's bullshit. There's no such thing as reheating toast. I don't care.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's fake. Like, you will put it this way, you will never see a fingerprint on that part of my screen, like, ever. Like, and not even by accident. I don't think I could touch that part of the screen. And then you hit go. Now, once, obviously before you hit go, you need to have your item to be toasted sitting in the slots, and then you hit the button. And what happens is it's sort of the little motor inside it basically pulls the bread down into the toasting chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And now here's the key, Paul, and this is the really smart thing about this. When it pulls it down into the chamber, it also compresses it.
Okay.
So it pulls the bread into the toasting chamber, and then it squeezes the side so that the thing you're toasting is perfectly vertical.
Okay.
So it's like two simultaneous actions. Then, depending if the toaster knows if it's already warm or not, so it kind of goes through a preheat cycle before it gets to the browning phase. It toasts your thing, and then it does the happy finishing chime.
Yep.
TM, where it then lifts the toast very gently out of the toaster to a pretty respectable height where you don't have to burn your fingies to grab the toast to get it out of the toaster.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. I have thrown English muffins at this thing. We have thrown waffles at this thing. Everything we have put in this toaster has been sufficiently toasted to the appropriate brownness that we use on the scale. And not only that, right? Because this is a completely electronic and not mechanical system, when you pick frozen waffles, you're not going to sit there and kind of have to like keep pushing the thing down to get your shit toasted. Like, it's going to know when the waffle's done.
It comes out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like, it sits in there for a while and gets a nice little toasty brown waffle for you. And like, look, Mandy's not making Eggos. Right? She's making like highfalutin Trader Joe's like high-end waffle stuff here, right? That have a very inconsistent toasting pattern. This motherfucker knocks it out of the park. All right.
Nice.
This thing fucking toasts, dog. And I don't know if I can ever go back to a time where I haven't experienced toast the way I'm experiencing toast with this thing. I'm not making a joke.
I'm sure they'll experience toast. Title, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll experience toast. Yeah, it's really good. And then when you're not using it, you can have it show a nice analog or digital clock, which, that's like the fifth clock in my kitchen at this point.
Got it. Yep.
But it looks good. I mean, the interface isn't awful. The interface isn't there to slow you down. It is not overly complicated, but I would also say it's not garbage. The display is actually pretty nice.
Okay.
The finish on it is like the aluminum kind of chrome looking finish, which looks pretty good. I was very worried because when I was in the store, it looks like the one that was in there had been handled quite a bit and was all smudged up and gross looking, but brand new out of the box, and it just being in our kitchen, it looks pretty good. It's really good, Paul.
Okay.
It's really I really wanted to buy this thing and be like, yeah, I wasted money. I don't know if I did. I like it, man. And like, I have thrown 3 different brands of English muffin at it.
Okay.
It's been perfectly fine. So listen, not for nothing, if you need a toaster and you have the means, by all means, you should get one of these fucking things. They're amazing. And I'm sorry that we dunked on it. Right? Sincere apology, right, to the fine folks at Revolution Cooking. I still don't know what kind of like weird borderline porn you got with that woman with the gloves. That I can't excuse. But the rest of the toasting experience of this thing has been very good. And your boy is gonna get some paninis up in here. Like, as soon as that panini press arrives, oh yeah. And that'll be the real test, right? Because like we said in the last episode, like those juices and that cheese or whatever else we put in that panini has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to lock it in there pretty tight. So I'm pretty optimistic. So just here to say, man, I'm really happy with this purchase. Even I ostensibly bought it for Mandy, but really it's for me. Um, it's a really good toaster. That's all I have to say about that.
There you go.
That's it.
Uh,
What was the title? I'm sure
They'll experience toast.
they'll experience toast. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got 25 or so minutes left in the podcast here, and like you said at the start here, we're recording this on New Year's Eve. So maybe we can just wax nostalgic for a little bit about things that maybe we liked about 2022, if anything.
Okay. I mean, 2022 definitely was a year.
It was a year.
It was a year. It was a whole
Yep.
year. 365 days worth. Yeah, I mean, there was some good stuff.
What were
in-
some particularly happy memories for you this year?
happy memories? Let's see. Well, this the marching band season this year was good. I enjoyed that. The kids, the Zach's band got a superior. He lettered this year. There was some yeah, I mean, both the kids are doing good, so yeah, it's a good year. Yeah, everyone's healthy and happy, so
I mean, just
Yeah.
thinking back to things that you talked about on the
Mhm,
podcast, right? I mean, you got your new MacBook this year. You
That's
settled
true,
the
that's
house
true.
thing.
that's tr- I did, you know what, you're right. You're talking about stuff I totally forgot. Yeah, the house thing's done. I love my M2 MacBook Air. It's my favorite computer of all time. Best computer I've ever owned. Love it, love it, love it. Fingerprints be damned. Yeah. You just good video games.
Really good video games this year.
God of War Ragnarok was great. Vampire Survivors, I'm playing that now. That's also really good. I guess Horizon, the second Horizon game came out. That was fine. Yeah. The good. There's always new music that comes out every year. So like, yeah. I think
You got to go to a concert.
I got to go to a concert. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Drew? What about you? What's your highlights for 2022?
There was a lot this year, man. Like work was very challenging, but also very rewarding this year with all the different things that I got to do. A lot of good video games this year, and playing with friends is always kind of the reason that I do it. In terms of personal life stuff, man, it's weird when I can remember more about your stuff than I can remember about mine. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of the things that I did at the gym this year. I really pushed some numbers higher. Numbers go up at the gym. So like
Numbers go up.
the amount of weight that I can squat, and some of the things that I'm able to do now that I wasn't able to do the year before was really good. I'm really proud of that.
Good.
Let me think here. There was all kinds of other stuff that sort of happened. I mean, I started my business, right? My little side business. That was kind of a big milestone.
Became a notary. Yeah.
Became a notary that I literally have not used that stamp once yet. That sort of got put on the back burner, but I still got plans for that. Let's see. What else was interesting this year? I'm just a really boring guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go to Israel. That was pretty
That-
cool.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
all. That was all good stuff.
We went to Disney. That was a big thing we did.
Yeah, you did go to Disney.
Yeah, I went to Disney. It was huge.
Are you guys planning to go back, by the way?
No. Well, no.
Not right away.
No. In the spring, the son's going with the marching band, and my wife is chaperoning. So
Oh.
she'll be going again, but it'll be in a supervisory role, I guess. I don't know what it means to supervise band students on a band
I think
trip.
that just.
Yeah.
I think just as long as somebody gets pregnant.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there you go.
I think that's the whole reason.
Yeah.
No, it's don't guys, boys, keep your dicks
Yep.
away,
Mhm. All the way away. Yep.
all the way away. Like lock them up, lock them up.
Oh,
Let's see. What
mm,
else? What else was good this year? I'm struggling, man.
yeah.
Now, as we sort of wrap up
Mm,
2022, is there
mm.
anything big for 2023 you're excited about?
I haven't even given 2023 a thought yet, Drew. Not one thought. Not one. Not one. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I'm
I
not
don't
that kind of
either.
person because that's fruitless or pointless or yeah, stupid. No. I mean, no, no, no. I mean, maybe we'll get a fence this year. Who knows?
Is Zach turning 16 in 2023?
He's already 16. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, did we talk about this? Did he have
Yeah.
his permit and everything?
He does not have his permit yet.
Okay.
No.
Will this be the year that he?
I, I think so. It's been one of those things where like we've told him like as soon as you're ready to go take the test, we'll get you the test, then we'll get you in driver's ed. But like we're putting it on him as whenever he's ready to do it, we'll support him. So he's been studying a little bit, but he hasn't taken the test yet.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be nice if he got his license and then.
I was gonna say it probably takes a little pressure off of you guys, right?
Yeah, yeah. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna force him to do something he's not doesn't want to do. So,
Fair, fair.
uh,
I mean, for me in 2023, I mean, I think there's probably, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that I think are gonna happen pretty quickly for me, both personally and professionally, kind of out of the gate this year. Um, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I have some things that I got to figure out, but yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping that 2023 is going to be a nice, relaxing year. Um,
yeah,
I had family move further away from me this year, which is hard. Um, so that makes things a little more difficult on us a little, just because I don't like people being far away. So that
yeah. I
that
get
part
that.
kind of sucked about 2022. Um, and there were some other things with like family stuff that wasn't super great, but 2023 I think has the opportunity to maybe make some of that stuff a little less shitty. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I don't typically think that far ahead myself either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we haven't talked about vacations or anything like that, or if we do anything like it's just getting.
Well, I mean, that's an interesting one though, right? Because after going to Disney,
Yeah,
I mean, where do you sort of pack,
I
like
don't
Myrtle
know.
Beach again or something,
I
or
don't know. Maybe Jennifer will take the kids to Myrtle Beach again or something, and I'll stay home with the dogs. Yeah, it's vacations are going to be tough because like it was right after that when like boarding the dogs, and then our little dog had all the health scares and stuff, and like
yeah,
literally
yeah.
right after that. So it's like Disney and then sick dog like back to back. So it's like, I don't know if I'm ready to board my dog again.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
So
always
yeah,
tough. I mean,
yeah,
honestly, that's part of the reason that Mandy and I haven't taken, because I really want to take her overseas.
yeah, yeah,
But I don't want to board Rocky,
yeah.
and I don't want him, with him not being able to see that well. Like I don't want him
Hmm.
someplace strange, and I don't necessarily want someone to be trapped in my house, and I don't want it to be where like he's alone all the time except for when someone comes and checks on him. Like that's really hard.
Hmm. Yeah.
So we're sort of postponing those plans, which that's fine. I mean, it's not a great
Hmm.
time to travel anyway. So
Yeah, yeah. I guess COVID's all back and angry. So yeah,
don't say that. But I mean, it's just really expensive to fly right now.
that is also true. Yeah.
I mean, it's wild, right? Like the
Mm-hmm.
last time I went overseas to Norway, I flew first class, and
Okay.
I think my ticket was like $1,800.
Mm-hmm.
I was just sort of for funsies looking at tickets to Europe, whether it was like to London or France, or honestly one of the best places, at least it used to be, that you could fly to if you were flying Delta was to fly to Amsterdam, because Delta has a significant operational footprint at the Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam. So,
Okay.
like a flight from New York to Schiphol is pretty fast. Like on the slow side, it's like 6.5 hours, maybe seven. And you're on a nice big airplane, and like I said, I think because when I went to Norway, like I connected out of there. Like I flew from Columbus to JFK to AMS to Oslo, and I flew first class, and I'm pretty sure my ticket was not more than $2,000. But looking at tickets now for a first class ticket on Delta, it's like $8,000.
Hmm.
So, and listen, man, like, you know me. I mean, we've gone over my fear of flying and everything. Like, I don't.
Yeah, you don't
If
like
I'm
it.
gonna be on an airplane, I want to be able to like completely self medicate and just sleep, right? Like, that's what I want.
Time travel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. So, I mean, tickets being what they are right now, it's tough, but that's something that maybe we can knock out in 2023. I mean, I'm hoping not, because if you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but yeah,
I know
I
what you
mean
mean. Yep.
But I mean, otherwise, I mean, the house here is good. Our kitchen should be finished next week.
Nice.
The countertops are coming.
Nice.
So that'll be nice. But yeah, I mean, there's some good video games coming out this year, but I mean, I don't know, man. My 2023, I just want to exist. Right? I just want to exist and just be content.
Yeah. What video games are you looking forward to in 2023?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mhm.
What was the one I was looking at the other day? Stalker 2. Have you ever played any of the Stalker games?
Nope. I didn't even know Stalker 1 was a thing. So no.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I mean, I think I've talked about my love of Chernobyl on this pod, or
Yeah.
well, not of Chernobyl,
but yeah.
So the Stalker games are a series of games that take place in the area around the Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
Okay.
And there's like a supernatural sort of spin on the game. And the first game still holds up. When it was released, it was a terrible, buggy mess and everybody hated it. But through fan patches and official patches and like mods, it's still a very good experience. The translation's a little rough because it was made by a Ukrainian studio, I believe. And that's part of the reason that Stalker 2 has been delayed, because it's hard to do game development when you're under missile attack.
Yeah. Good call. Yeah.
So all of the developers have like relocated and are still working on Stalker 2. But there was like Stalker and then Stalker 2 and then Stalker. There was it was like 3 canonical Stalker games, and then there's like a whole new series of games coming out, and they're a little bit spooky. They're pretty hardcore shooters. I enjoyed them very much. So yeah, Shadow of Chernobyl was 2007, Clear Sky was 2008, Call of Pripyat was 2009, and Heart of Chernobyl is the new one coming out in 2023. So I'm pretty juiced about that.
Cool.
There's a couple other ones that I think will be coming out mid-year, like the new Destiny expansion lands in February. That'll be pretty good. So I'm pretty juiced to play those things. Other than that, I mean, I don't know what else is coming out when, but those are the big ones that are sort of on my radar. Is there anything you're going to be playing, or?
I mean, I would be a big fat liar if I told you I probably won't spend like hundreds of hours playing Diablo 4 when it comes out.
Is that scheduled to come out in 2023?
I think it's summer of 2023. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a proclivity for many Blizzard games these days.
Yeah, I've just Diablo games they've always done it for me, except for the mobile free to play bullshit. Yeah, June 6th is its release date. There's also Starfield coming out, so that game will be playable in 2025. Thanks, Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the sequel to Breath of the Wild should be out in 2023. So.
I'll have to find my Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't even know where my Switch is right now. I haven't touched it in forever.
Yeah, mine doesn't get a whole lot of use anymore, but besides what my daughter played with, and now she has her own, so it's probably just going to go into oblivion.
Has she been playing it a lot?
Yeah, she's been playing it. Yeah. Mario Kart, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Yeah.
Is there? Let me change this question up a little bit. Is there some sort of new skill or new thing that you want to embark on in this coming year?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like, is there
Oh,
and the answer can be, by the way, like
mm,
it can even be just improving on something you're already doing, right? So I don't know if you have plans for like stuff at
no.
work or a new thing you want to do in the house, like something you want to learn. I don't know.
So, oh, I'm embarrassed to say this, Drew.
Okay.
I'm thinking about getting into vinyl records.
Okay.
hmm
Okay. So let's.
I'm thinking about being that guy.
No, I first of all, I think that that is super cool.
hmm
I know what you're going for there with the meme, right, of the vinyl
Yeah.
guy,
Well, like
but
it's the music is like the actual audio quality is worse, and they're less convenient than any other type of music. But still, like, there's just something about looking at those, like the actual records, and being like, because I like music, and like it'd be nice to like support those bands and actually like own music again. Yeah, yeah, and
so
it's a whole
okay,
thing. Yeah,
okay, but
and there's gear, so much gear, Drew.
there's a lot of
Oh.
gear. You could spend a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend, I mean, just like everything else, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
You said something interesting there. I thought the conceit of records was that they did sound better.
Uh, they sound different, but like as far as how much audio quality you can get on vinyl, it's like a fraction of what you can get on a CD. Like
But
if you're a pure audiophile, they're not as the dynamic range is not there. Like it's just not.
interesting.
Yeah.
But even if you invest in like good tube-based
I mean,
sound systems
you
or
can get it to sound good, but it's never going to sound as good as a CD ever. Like it's just math. Like you can't get it.
but I
There's
thought
much
like the
information.
pops and the scratches and all that stuff were
Well,
like supposed to be better.
I mean, some people really like that. The warmness of it.
Yeah. The warmness, the
Yeah,
warmth.
but I mean, no, like. The, the even the compressed stream you're getting off of Spotify is better than what you can get off of a vinyl record. Like it's yeah. If you really care about like highest audio quality, you're buying like super CD and like CD stuff. Like it's just yeah.
So I just put a link in show notes. I
Okay.
mean, I'm not a record guy, but
Okay.
I guess the thing to do now is to make your records have like a distinct style.
Oh yeah,
I
there's
put I
that.
put a I put a link to the Castlevania Symphony of the
Oh, yeah.
Night OST, which is one of my favorite video game soundtracks ever.
Yeah.
Look at those records.
Yeah. They're doing some really amazing things with records now, and that's just one of the reasons like I wanted to get into this stuff was like there's just you get bands that you like and you look at their stuff and you're like, ooh, that's pretty, but like I don't have a record player, and why should I buy why should I buy an album if I'm not going to have a record player? So, uh, yeah, there's some really pretty. I'll see if I can find the.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, let's
Mhm,
let's play pretend for a minute. Okay,
mhm,
let's go into
mhm,
my mind palace. So
mhm,
Paul buys a record player
mhm,
and all the requisite
mhm,
connections and
mhm,
amps and whatever, right?
mhm.
What's the first record you want to get?
Oh, I think the first. I think the first purchase I would buy would be probably the album. It came out this year, the 2022 self-titled album, Zeal and Ardor, uh by Zeal and Ardor, of course. It's a fucking fantastic album. I want to own that. I probably
Trying to
order like
I'm trying to find a picture of the record.
hold on, let's see if I can find.
I think I found it.
Yeah.
Live in London,
Not that one.
because those records are white.
Yeah. I mean, they have crap. I just went right past it.
Oh, I think I
Uh,
found it. Looks
yeah,
like a
there
white record.
yeah, there is I'd probably buy the white exclusive. Yeah, yeah. This bad boy right here. Hold on. Where'd the show not go? God damn it. I command W to the wrong tab, Drew, and it's
I get it.
I messed up.
Men of
Uh,
a certain age.
Yeah, and then I would probably buy like oh, by the way, if you're looking for a music recommendation, I think you can do a whole lot worse than Zeal and Ardor.
Are they a new band?
No, they've actually been out. This is actually their third full length album. Uh, the 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 it's blues metal is really what you would call it, Drew. Blues. It's a combination
Okay,
of
hang on. I'm
blu-
going to Spotify.
okay. So the gimmick behind it, and especially like their first album, the gimmick is, what if
Give me a song.
what
Give me
if
a song.
what if the slaves found Satan instead of Jesus? And
Okay.
what would music be like because of that?
Oh, so like the old slave.
Yes.
Like,
So there's some songs, like if you listen to like Devil Is Fine, it sounds like a field chant, like
okay,
the whole thing.
Devil Was Fine.
Mhm.
By the way, looking at the number of plays on Spotify, far and away the one that has been played the most from this band.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give it a listen.
That was their first, and their music, it's all over the place, right? Because you'll get some music that are like field chants, you'll get some more that are just more like straight up black metal, you'll get some like bluesy metal that has like, like that call and response kind of thing. uh uh Honestly, if what I would recommend, if you really want, if you watch the first two, let's see if I can find this, Hellfest. So
Hellfest.
they played Hellfest this year, which is a music festival in France, I believe. And their performance is on the YouTubes. And if you watch the play the first two songs of this and you're like, this is not for me, then just back out. Their live performance is really good. They're on my short list of bands to see live. This is probably like their album is probably my album of the year this year. It's just it's fantastic.
I'm a minute and 51 seconds into Devil Is Fine.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard a guitar yet.
Oh yeah, no, it comes in at the end, yeah. But yeah, so like that was the first single off the very first album that he came out with. I think it was in like 2018, maybe even earlier before. And it was very like, it was like to say like, hey, like this is like not all the songs in the album are like that, but like, based off the gimmick, right? Like they wanted to be like, okay, like this is, like Devil Is Fine is really like, slaves working in plantation singing about Satan. Yeah. And he's got songs that are more bluesy, he's got songs that are more metally. It's a really interesting fusion of two different genres, and I don't, it speaks to me. So
Okay.
yeah.
So that would be the first one you would buy. I mean,
probably, yeah.
now your other bands, like your Behemoth Boys, I'm sure they have vinyl.
Yeah, they do. I probably want to get the Ghost vinyls because they have some really pretty looking vinyl records. I don't know. I would just start buying some albums. Yeah.
I think that's really cool. What if we were going to put odds on it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You think
I'm about 50-50. The big thing that I got to figure out is where I'm going to put it. I would like to put it in my office. But my office isn't the biggest room in the house, and it's already full of my shit. So like something's gonna have to go. I'm trying to figure out what that
would you listen with speakers or headphones?
Either or. I've already got a pretty good set of speakers in my office, so I got the I've got that. I've got speakers and I've got an amp for them. So the turntables that I'm looking at have a built-in preamp already, so I wouldn't have to do that.
All right, well,
so
show me some gear. Like, what are you looking at gear wise?
So I'm not looking to spend like thousands, like a lot of money on a turntable because I'm not sure, but this is the one that I keep coming back to. Hold on, let me see if I can. And this is the if you're talking about cliche for like people getting into vinyl, it's one of these bad boys. It's the Audio Technica. Which one is it? AT-LP 120 XBT USB. It's a $400 turntable, which is on the high end of entry level, I would say.
Okay.
But like it's it's a solid turntable. It's got good reviews. It's, if you want to spend a little bit more money and get a new head or a new stylus, you can. It's it's not it's not $100 record player you're going to buy at Target that's going to like eat your records, right? Like it's a good solid turntable.
I mean,
Mhm.
it looks nice.
Yep, yep. There's another one I'm looking at. See if I can find it. Uh, I've also been
Best
looking at,
for
yeah,
new to vinyl.
yeah.
Step
Uh,
up models.
uh, I've also been
Audiophile turntable.
Oh yeah, you can like,
Whoa. What's
oh
this
yeah,
one? What's
yeah,
this one that looks like it's made out of resin? Whoa, what do we got here?
yeah. There's some that's like their 30th edition one that's like all clear. That's like $1,200.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's actually pretty snazzy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like in Audio Technica, like they really hit like the like low of the high end. Like you can get some just absolutely fucking bonkers turntables.
I mean, look, home audio file stuff is crazy
Oh yeah,
expensive.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
and I think it's been that way for a while, right? Because back in the day, like our parents and our grandparents and whoever, like when they had their, I mean, I very distinctly remember in my grandfather's den, right? He had the giant record cabinet, and that's I feel like that was one of the few things, if you were like a tech head back in the day, like a good audio setup is what you invested in.
Yeah. And a lot of people do that. There's the vintage, turntable owners. Like there's a big people of like, of course, there's a whole subreddit for it of, buying vintage turntables and refurbing them and people still making parts for them. And yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, but there's so many things to learn, Drew. I got to learn about direct drive versus belt drives and like anti-skate stuff and like how to like balance your tone arm and like, dude, it is absolutely impractical, completely, utterly impractical.
I don't know if it's impractical.
It is, because I can open up Spotify and hit play and be listening to something right now, but I don't know. Just something about I don't know. It's got me. It's got me going down rabbit holes, Drew. I'm spending a lot of time looking on websites, reading research, browsing subreddits. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel I have used a record player. I can probably count on two hands the number of times I've used a record player. I used one growing up at my parents' house, my aforementioned grandparents' house, and then once upon a time, I helped a friend of mine who I met through my first job when I was in college. She worked at the college radio station, and they had turntables and CD players and cassette decks.
Yep.
And I had to help queue up some records for that. I don't know. I really feel that there is something kind of oddly satisfying about the process of playing a record.
Yeah. Now this one here, I'm gonna drop one more. This one's a little bit more. But it is it's absolutely beautiful. This is from a website called Turntable Lab. They sell turntables.
Okay, so funny enough,
yeah.
Project, right? If it's the company that I'm thinking of,
yep.
Let me see. Project Audio Systems. Let me see if this is the. Yeah. So this Project company, my headphone amp came from these guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's their logo.
Yeah, they sell one, and I don't know. It's beautiful. It's yellow. I don't know. It's just like it's very striking. Yeah. So we'll see.
What is it under? It's under turntables. Yeah, I'm looking at their website.
Yeah, and this and
they make good stuff.
Yeah, and this particular Turntable Lab's interesting because like not only will they'll sell you a whole package. They'll sell you speakers and a preamp. They'll sell you the turntable. Like if there are upgrades from your turntable, they'll sell them as part of your, the whole package like that. So I've been looking at a lot of stuff on there. They have recommendations and,
I'm looking at one.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one here right now. It's made out of carbon fiber.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't have a price.
Yeah.
and that's one of those, if you have to ask, find a dealer. I want to see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Apparently you need to go to Europe for this one. Okay, never mind. Okay,
Oh,
but this one, the one you sent me, this yellow one looks pretty cool.
it looks nice. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know if I want to spend $600 on some on. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to buy something that's going to eat my records, but I don't want to spend a huge amount of money any either. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm still looking into it. I'm looking at furniture to put it on because you got to put it on a stand and have places to put the records. I'm looking at what it takes to upkeep.
Well, I
and
mean,
take
the
care
answer
of
the answer is
vinyl.
milk crates, Paul. I'm old enough to remember where we stole
Yeah.
records, and it's in milk crates.
Yeah, and then I got to figure out where I would put it, and I don't know. There's so many things that have to fall into place, but that if 2021 was the year of coffee, 2023 might be the year of vinyl. So we'll see.
You are really turning into a well-seasoned hipster in your advanced age.
Yeah, I need to start growing my beard out and oiling it. Yeah.
If you go to that step, I'm gonna have to sit you down and have a talk.
No, my beard just don't come in that well. It's no.
I couldn't grow a beard if I wanted to.
Oh.
Well, buddy, I think this is cool.
Yeah,
This is one of those things that if you got into it and you were like, Drew, this record player is amazing and it looks cool and all this other stuff, I don't think you'd have to push that hard before I would start looking at some of this stuff.
Yeah, I just can't believe. I was just absolutely taken back by how many companies are making turntables like today. Like it's amazing. Like there
I
are.
mean, it really is.
Yeah.
And what's even more interesting, right, is I frequent Half Price Books, and the vinyl section of that store is continuing to grow.
Yeah.
Like both new and used albums show up there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still, I guess, a viable medium. People still seem to like it.
Apparently, yeah. And the big draw for me is just, I think, like owning it's the records. Like people like the record, like the Castlevania stuff that you sent out. Like people are making just absolutely beautiful vinyl these days.
Yeah,
so.
and one again, I'm not an aficionado. This is going to sound like a really stupid thing to say, probably, but the album art on a record,
yeah,
is far and away better than anything you're. I mean, I really feel that since most audio is digital these days, you don't really get to see the album art up close anymore.
That's true.
For the same reason we don't have liner notes anymore.
Yeah, and it's another way to support the band. So that's always something that I want to do.
How close are you to this? Seriously,
I don't know. It could go either way. It's the big thing. What I have to decide is where I'm going to put it, because something in my office has to go for this to go in there, and I have a couple ideas of what to do. And
what about the bedroom?
No, that's I spent a. Okay, so I typically don't listen to music much when other people are in the house. When other people are in the house, I have my headphones. If I don't listen to anything, I'll put my AirPods in, right? Like for me, like listening to music is really like a work kind of thing, like when I'm home by myself.
Sure.
And especially like in the mornings when I'm just getting done and like no one's bothering me, I can usually get like a whole album in. So like, that's probably going to be like, if this happens, it's going to be daddy's vinyl time. It's probably like, first thing, drop the kids off school, get back, put a record on, get to work. So it's definitely going to go in my office. Plus like no one in my house likes my devil music.
True. I get it.
So, yeah, so it belongs in the office, and it's gonna be something just for me, just me, my stuff. But yeah, we'll see.
All right.
See. Yeah.
Well, it's getting late.
Yep.
I'm gonna go hang out with everybody upstairs.
Yep.
Bring in the new year, hopefully.
Yeah. New Year while watch the football game or something. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Happy New Year, Drew.
Happy New Year, Paul.
I enjoyed spending 2022 with you.
It's funny. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I feel like I'm getting to the point in my life where, just because of the way that who I am and the way that I am, and my various quirks
Mhm.
and mental issues. Like, I could probably count the number of friends I have on two hands. It's getting closer to one hand,
Yeah,
but
same, same.
you're. I
Yeah.
mean, Paul, I love you, buddy.
I love you too, man. Uh, and like I love the fact that I get to talk to Drew every week. Like
Yeah,
so,
and it's so amazing, like that we can somehow fill an hour,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah, yeah.
every
Every
week
week,
without fail.
ever without fail.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
All right, where can people
uh,
reach out to us?
hey, we have a website, doingtheirbest.com. There's an email that address on there. You can email us. I don't know. There's still an @doingbestpod Twitter account. You can still follow that or something. I don't know, but
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. Yep.
Twitter's
Oh,
gross.
Twitter is gross. Yep.
That's one thing we can all agree on. It sucked about 2022. Is
It
Twitter
does.
Twitter became very gross.
I miss that website, but I've stayed strong.
Proud of you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for thanks thanks for listening.